Hey there, sleepyhead. I can feel you stirring in my stomach, starting to wake up. Did you have a nice nap in the cozy confines of my tummy? You don't have to be shy. I know you dozed off in there. I bet it was like a cozy burrow in there, all warm and snug. Don't worry, I won't spill the beans about you napping in my tummy. It can be our little secret. You know, it's been quite an adventure carrying you in my belly. I'd never thought I'd ever have someone in my stomach ever again. But I couldn't let anything happen to you. You're just too precious. And no alpha wolf was going to lay a paw on you on my watch. Still, I can't help but feel a wave of melancholy washing over me as I realize that our time together is drawing to a close. Feels as if we just met, and soon we'll be parting ways. But anyway, we're almost at your village, so pretty soon, I'll be able to let you go free. And you'll finally be reunited with your kind. Bunny, I couldn't help but notice that you didn't seem as enthusiastic as I expected when I mentioned that you'll soon be back with your own kind. Is something the matter? You see, my dear, I care about you deeply. Your well-being is important to me, and I want to be there for you in any way I can. If there's something on your mind, or if you're going through something, please know that you can open up to me. I'm here to listen, support, and offer a comforting paw if needed. I can't help but wonder, could it have been those other bunnies that abandoned you? But surely not all bunnies treat you that harshly, right? Surely there are still plenty of kind-hearted bunnies that you can rely on? Don't you have a loving family or some other friends to return to? I've always thought bunnies had it all figured out with how well they stick together, help each other out, and care for each other. I just wish more of us wolves were like that. You've never had a family? Oh, my dear bunny boy, my heart aches for you. It's truly heartbreaking to hear that you've never had a family and have felt so alone for most of your life. You have such a sweet and pure soul. It's unfair that life has been so rough on you. I am so sorry that you've had to go through all of this. I can't even begin to imagine the pain and sadness you've endured. But I can sort of relate to the feeling of loneliness. You see, my own journey too has been filled with heartache and loneliness, ever since my deadbeat husband caused our family to crumble. We were a pack, a strong and united force, but his actions tore us apart. Ever since he disappeared from my life and my daughters stopped visiting me, I too felt all alone. The emptiness that followed was overwhelming, and the feeling of being abandoned heavily on my soul. There are days when I yearn for the warmth of my family, for the laughter and love that used to fill my home, for the sense of belonging that a family brings. And thinking about my daughters is unbearable at times. I miss them with every fiber of my being, and the longing for their presence never fades. I can still hear their laughter, see their playful antics, and feel their warm hugs in my memories. They were my everything, my little rays of sunshine that brighten even the darkest of days. We would explore the forest together, chasing butterflies and sharing stories under the moonlit sky. Their innocence and pure love filled my soul with joy, and I treasured every moment we spent together. I yearned to hold them in my arms once more, to tell them how much I love them, and how proud I am of the strong, beautiful individuals they have become. And the thoughts of how my daughters are doing often consume my mind. I find myself wondering if I could have been a better mother, if I could have done things differently to ensure their happiness and well-being. Doubts and questions swirl around me like a storm, casting shadows on my memories. I often ask myself, did I give them enough love? Did I guide them in the right direction? Were there moments when I failed them, when my own struggles overshadowed their needs? These questions haunt me, my dear bunny, and I carry the weight of them with a heavy heart. You see, motherhood is a journey filled with both triumphs and mistakes. We do the best we can with the knowledge and resources we have at the time. It's natural to reflect on the past and wonder what could have been different. But remember that hindsight is a tricky companion. Oh, Bunny, I'm sorry if I've been rambling too much about my personal life. But you see, sometimes we all need someone to pour our hearts out to release all those pent-up thoughts and emotions. And in that moment, you became that someone for me. I wanted to share my past with you, not because I wanted you to feel sorry for me, but because I wanted you to know that you're not alone. I've felt the weight of loneliness, the ache of feeling unloved and uncared for. I too have experienced it, and it's not an easy road to walk, but it's one that has shaped us into who we are today. Life can be tough, and it's in those moments that we may find solace in sharing our stories, even if they are filled with pain and hardships. But let me remind you that you are loved and cared for. You have a friend in me, and I am here to listen, support, and uplift you whenever you need. We all have our own journeys, our own struggles, and our own triumphs. And sometimes, it helps to know that someone else has walked a similar path. You are not alone in this, sweetheart. Together, we can navigate the ups and downs and find strength in our shared experiences. You want to know how I handle loneliness? Well, being alone can be tough, but I discovered that being alone doesn't have to mean being lonely. To handle being alone, I focused on self-discovery and self-care. I delved into my passions and hobbies, immersing myself in activities that brought me joy and fulfillment. Whether it was reading, painting, running, or learning new skills, I found reassurance in the things that made me happy. And I still have a fair share of friends around. But perhaps the most important lesson I learned was to embrace solitude and enjoy my own company. I took the time to reflect, to understand myself better, and to appreciate the beauty of being alone. It allowed me to grow as an individual and find strength within myself. Of course, it's not always easy, and there were certainly moments of loneliness and longing for companionship. But I found comfort in knowing that I could rely on myself, and that I had the power to create my own happiness. So, my dear friend, if you ever find yourself feeling alone, have faith that you'll be able to turn things around. Find people who care about you, engage in activities that bring you joy, and embrace the beauty of solitude. Oh, how I wish I could keep you by my side. I can sense that you'd bring such joy and warmth in my life, and the thought of having you with me always makes my heart flutter. But alas, the universe has dealt us a complicated hand. With me being a wolf and you being an adorable little bunny, our natures are intertwined with the very essence of who we are. While it may seem like a whimsical tale, the truth is that our differences go beyond just our physical forms. Our instincts, our needs, and even our desires are shaped by the very cores of our beings. And as much as I yearn to have you by my side, The reality of our situation is as clear as the moonlit night sky. I live in a world filled with perils and uncertainties. My home is a place where danger lurks at every turn. It's a realm where survival is a constant battle. And I fear that my world would be far too treacherous for a delicate and innocent bunny like you. In my heart, I wish I could shield you from the harsh realities of the wild. But I know deep down that it would be a difficult task. The predators that roam these lands, the unforgiving elements, they would pose a threat that I could never fully protect you from. And so, I must face the painful truth that our friendship simply cannot thrive in such a perilous environment. But please understand, my sweet bunny, that this decision is not made out of a lack of love or desire. It is born out of a deep and unconditional love that wants nothing more than your safety and happiness. You deserve a life filled with peace, surrounded by a world that embraces your gentle nature. Okay, sweetie, we've arrived at your village. This is as far as I can go, so I'm gonna let you out now.
There you are. Are you all right? I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I tried to be as gentle as I could have been. I know it may have seemed strange, but it was the best way to ensure your safety. I wanted to make sure you were out of harm's way. Now that you're out and about, I can't help but be filled with joy to see you hopping around. Your fluffy fur and those twitching ears make you look absolutely precious. It's heartwarming to see your adorable face once more. Well, little one, it's been such a joy having you by my side. But now it's time for me to go. But don't worry, my dear bunny friend. Even though I won't physically be with you, my love and care will always be with you. Remember all the lessons I've taught you, the courage and resilience you've shown. Trust in yourself and embrace the adventures that lie ahead. Remember what I told you, and I know you'll thrive out there. Though our paths may diverge, know that our bond will forever remain. You've brought light and joy into my life, dear bunny, and I will cherish the memories we've shared. If ever you need a friend, a protector, or simply someone to share your tales of adventure, know that I am here, cheering you on from afar. Before I go, can I ask for one last thing? A big, warm hug from my adorable bunny friend. I want to hold you close one last time. Come on in. Saying goodbye is never easy, but I know that our bond will always remain strong. This feels nice. What a perfect way to seal our friendship and carry its warmth with me on my journey. Feeling your smaller frame nestled in my arms brings such a warm and fuzzy feeling to my heart. It's amazing how a simple embrace can convey so much love and comfort. As I hold you close, I can't help but notice the way you fit perfectly in my embrace. Your smaller size makes this even more endearing, like a gentle squeeze of affection. As I hold you close, I can't help but notice the way you fit perfectly in my embrace. Your smaller size makes this even more endearing, like a gentle squeeze of affection. I'm trying so hard, but it's so difficult to resist giving you a gentle squeeze. But don't worry, I promise I'll be gentle. Your adorable smile sure isn't making this easy, though. Oh, my dear bunny friend. As I bid you farewell and watch you venture into the bunny village, my heart fills with bittersweet emotions. I will miss you dearly, for the moments we've shared have created an unbreakable bond within my soul. Oh, honey, please don't cry. I know it's tough to think about us going our separate ways, but remember, our bond will always remain strong. Even if we're physically apart, our friendship will endure. I understand that change can be difficult, and it's natural to feel sad about saying goodbye. But let's focus on the future. Think about all the new people you'll meet, the friendships you'll form, and the incredible adventures that await you. This is just the beginning of a new chapter in your life, filled with endless possibilities. Well, I guess this is it. Goodbye, my dear. I will never forget you. Wait! I've been thinking, and I don't want to part ways with you. Even though we just met, I sense this connection between us. I've been thinking a lot about our journey together, about how our paths crossed in this vast and lonely world. It's clear to me now that we were meant to find each other, to fill the void in each other's lives. I miss having a family bunny. I miss caring for someone, protecting someone, and having someone to love. It's a longing that has been deep within my heart for as long as I can remember, and I can see in your eyes that you long for the same. We both know what it feels like to be lonely, to yearn for connection. But Bunny, I believe we can complement each other's loneliness. We can create a family of our own, built on trust, understanding, and unwavering love. You bring a playful spirit, a joy that I've never known, and I can offer you protection, a safe haven where you can always find comfort. Together, we can face the challenges of this world, knowing that we have each other's backs. Listen to me. You don't have to go back to that village where you feel alone and abandoned. You have me now. And I want to be the family you've never had. I've seen the pain in your eyes, the longing for connection, and I want to be the one to fulfill that for you. Stay with me. Stay by my side. And together we can create a home filled with love, warmth, and understanding. You don't have to face the world alone anymore. I'll be there to protect you, to care for you, and to love you unconditionally. We can build a life together, a life where you never have to feel lonely or abandoned again. I understand that it may seem selfish of me to ask you to stay with me, but I couldn't keep these feelings bottled up inside any longer. I had to speak from my heart and share what I truly feel. Sometimes in matters of the heart, it's okay to be a little selfish. It's okay to express our desires and hopes for a future together. I just want you to know that my intentions are pure and genuine. I've come to care for you deeply, and I can't imagine my life without you. I know it's a big decision, and I respect whatever choice you make, but I want you to know that there's a place for you in my heart and in my life. So please take your time. Think it over, and do what feels right for you. Whether you choose to stay or go, I'll always cherish the connection we've shared. So you actually want to stay with me? Oh my gosh, this makes me so happy. My heart is bouncing for joy right now. Oh, my little bunny, I'll always be there for you, no matter what. I promise to protect you, care for you, and do everything in my power to be the best family you've ever had. You deserve all the love and happiness in the world, and I'll be sure to give it to you. and we'll have so much fun together. I can already imagine us having picnics under the warm sun, sharing delicious carrots and laughing together. We'll have cozy nights by the campfire, telling stories and snuggling up under the moonlit sky. And oh, the adventures we'll embark on. We'll discover secret caves, climb mountains, and... Oh no, not again. Bunny, you need to get back in my stomach ASAP. She's back. Hurry.
Hey, Alpha Tori, what brings you here?
I'm the one asking the questions here, Evie. And what are you doing close to bunny territory? Don't tell me you've forgotten the rules. No one sets foot on bunny territory without my permission. Are you trying to scare them all away with your oh-so-loving presence? Even though you claim to mean no harm, they'll never see past your big, scary wolf exterior. So please don't bother. All you're doing is depriving the pack of a valuable food source. That means hunger, my dear. And hungry wolves are not happy wolves. It's a mutiny to the pack, plain and simple. And I would hate to have to report this reckless behavior to the rest of the pack. I doubt they'd be happy to hear the so-called vegan wolf was sabotaging the food source for the rest of us.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't even notice where I was going. You see, I was just continuing my stroll through the forest. And I guess I got lost in my thoughts again, and before I knew it, I ended up here. Sometimes when I get lost in nature, my paws just have a mind of their own. The way the sunlight filters through the trees, the gentle rustling of the leaves, and the sweet scent of the flowers transported me to a serene place, and I must have zoned out. But I can assure you, I had no intention of scaring any bunnies. You know how I'm a bit of a softie. I could never dream of scaring any innocent little bunnies.
Softie? Is that what you think of yourself? Honestly, it's no surprise. You've always been so weak, always cowering at the sight of other wolves. It's laughable, really. And you're always getting all mushy and sentimental over these pathetic little creatures. You may think your little compassion makes you special, but girl, you're just plain weird. We are meant to be fierce, strong, independent, courageous, yet you lack all of this. Do you have any sort of backbone? Any strength? Or are you just a giant pushover easily swayed by your emotions? Honestly, it's no wonder your husband left you. Who wants to be with someone who's more interested in cuddling bunnies than hunting them?
Okay, I've had enough of your disrespect. You really think it's okay to mock someone for their personal struggles? Well, let me just set the record straight. Just because my husband left doesn't make me any less of a strong, independent wolf girl. In fact, it's taught me resilience and the power of self-love. So, before you go throwing around insensitive comments, remember that true strength lies in kindness and empathy. It's about lifting each other up instead of tearing each other down. And trust me, honey, I've got plenty of strength to spare.
Oh, whatever. I don't feel like arguing with you about this once more. Still, he probably needed someone that could truly embrace their wild side. Someone who could match his energy. Someone more like me, for instance. Speaking of which, I just had the most delectable feast. There were a few bunnies foolishly trying to make their way back to their village. I must say, it was quite amusing to see them panic and try to escape. But alas, their feeble attempts were in vain. They were no match for my insurmountable speed. I pounced on them and tore through them with such ferocity. The blood was flowing. And let me tell you, it was a sight to behold. The taste of victory was so sweet as I relished every bite. But unfortunately, some of their skulls got stuck in my teeth. It's going to be a hassle getting them out. But I guess it's a small price to pay for the thrill of the hunt. Still, none of them matched the mouth-watering aroma of the bunny I smelled earlier today. I bet they're still out there.
Well, Alpha Tori, I see you're back with your tales of hunting prowess. It really is something to behold. Listening to you boast about your recent bunny hunt. But let me ask you, is there really a need to revel in the blurry details?
Well, you want to know why I give such gory details in the stories with my prey? I revel in the fear and suffering of my prey. It's not just about the hunt, but the power I hold over them. Describing every gruesome detail is my way of relishing in their agony, reminding them just how helpless they are, and reminding the rest of the pack how powerful I truly am. Think of it as a lesson in strength and dominance. But don't worry, I'll make sure you won't have to witness those gruesome scenes yourself. It'd probably make you pay yourself.
Perhaps instead of focusing on the gruesome aspects, you could appreciate the beauty of nature, the thrill of the chase, or the satisfaction of a successful hunt. There's more to being a wolf than just inflicting pain on others, you know?
Oh, whatever. You just don't understand the true nature of the wild. Anyway, after this long day of hunting, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna check a few of my traps and then get some shut-eye. But before I go, don't you dare come back to the bunny territory again. Consider this a warning, because if I catch you here again, there will be consequences. Do you understand?
Oh yes. It won't happen again, Alpha. I swear. Thank goodness she's gone. That was a close one, wasn't it, dear bunny? I guess you being in my stomach for so long must have affected your scent, seeing as how she couldn't detect you as easily. But man, she's still quite intimidating. Bunny, I know I agreed to keep you, but I just want to ask you one more time. Knowing that crazy wolf lurks, are you sure you still want to come with me? I just want you to know that if you choose to stay with me, there may be risks involved. She made it clear that I can't return here. So this is your last chance to leave and return to your village. Unfortunately, if you stay with me, there will be no going back after this. If you feel safer returning to your village, I will understand. But what will it be? Very well then. I'm pleased that you're willing to stay with me. Now let's get you home. The sun is starting to set, and it's been a long day. I wish you could see how beautiful it is, but I'm sure we'll be able to see another sunset together. I think it's for the best I keep you in there until we're home. Wouldn't want anyone noticing you, you know? I wonder though, the bunnies she was talking about? Do you think those were the same bunnies that abandoned you? Oh dear. It's heartbreaking to think about the fate they may have suffered. Even though they abandoned you, I wouldn't wish such a cruel fate on anyone. She's quite merciless when it comes to hunting. I totally understand where you're coming from. I shouldn't let her talk to me like that. But the thing is, the alpha wolf has a lot of influence and authority, and going against them could have consequences for not just me, but for the whole pack. It's a tough situation to navigate. I've witnessed the coldness in her gaze, the way she revels in causing pain. It sickens me to my core. But don't worry, that doesn't mean we have to let her words bring us down. We can find our own ways to assert our worth and stand up for ourselves in other ways. And I swear, I won't let her lay a single claw on you. You're not just a companion. You're family to me now. I'll be your shield, your guardian, and your guide. If it means standing up to her, challenging her dominance, or even risking my own well-being, I'll do it without hesitation. I won't let her tear us apart. Dear Bunny, as you reside within the confines of my warm stomach under my care, I can't help but think this is the start of something truly special.